Thank you. So we're going to kick the evening off with, obviously you're here for the pitch night, and that's going to be fantastic. And what's going to happen now is, well, we can't do any of this without partners and sponsors and, of course, you. So just to kick off, I'll just be telling you a little bit about who the partners are. They are Frank from Academy XI. Welcome, Frank. He'll be coming up later. And we will also have Otsula from Silicon Beach as a partner. And the other partner is Jason Lim from YBF. He's in the room and he'll be having a few words later on too. Yes. A little bit of housekeeping, and I hope if you haven't been here before, your first time, of course, when you need to go to the smaller room, you'll go out that door, down the stairs and take a left, and you'll see the signs. If in case there's an emergency, and with all of these people here, hopefully we won't have one, but if we do, it'll be down the stairs and go straight to that back wall, and the people will, herd you up and we'll do what we need to do. So, are you all refreshed and you're hyped and you're ready for this? Oh, excellent, excellent. And who am I? I'm Linda O'Grady, and I'm a co-founder and pitch coach and I can't even say that word right now. Presentation coach, that's good, isn't it? That's a good advertisement. And my company with my husband is called Simpatico, and we're all about soft skills. So if you need some soft skills, Simpatico may be your answer. So let's get these things started. The judges are all here, and they are Ronan from Ronan Hine, and he'll be having a few words later on. We can't work without our judges, and you better be good pitchers. There's some great prizes. Oh yeah. One of the other judges tonight is Faiza, and she's from, and I'll just get this flipped over so I can tell you where Faiza is from. And she's an awesome lawyer, if I recall. Yes, that's right. An awesome lawyer from corporate team and Landers and Rogers Lawyers, specialising in both domestic and cross-border mergers and acquisitions. All right, so for people who need to know more about that area of life and business, there's your girl. And Ronan is, of course, from Luna, and we'll have a little bit more to say about that in a while. The other judge for this evening is John Webster, and he's from Shifties. And he's an amazing man who's also been involved in lots and lots of startup and has succeeded in doing your own. And Shifties is all about humanising rostering. And our other judge is Courtney Blackman. Hey, Courtney. She's also from YBE. She's the little one who's got a bundle of energy. Yes, from YBE. So that's amazing. And Laura Blue. Laura Blue is from LaunchLink.co, one of the judges, but also will be coming up a little later to talk a bit more about what LaunchLink is all about. Okay, so the judges are here. We're going to kick off, and before we do get the...
Everest. Ringo?
Say again?
Ringo?
Oh, of course, I'm about to say one. He's a jump ahead of me, this one.
Yeah.
I've got the running sheet.
Good.
Thank you, Othula.
I'll do the running.
So we will have a few words from some of the people that have been sponsoring and are in the room. And of course, Ringo from Everest Engineering is in the room, in the house. And thank this man for all the things that you're drinking. Here's Ringo.
Hey guys, how's it going? How you feeling? I kind of assumed everyone else would be saying something, so it kind of feels weird that I'm the only one doing it. But here's to Furphy. Here's to PitchX, and here's to an awesome night and an awesome community. Give it up! Woo-hoo! I'm Ringo.
That's Ringo. He's all out of order, this one. I've got the running sheet, but who cares? It doesn't matter. It's a friendly atmosphere here, as you all know it is. And so before the pictures come up, I would like to bring to the stage Frank from Academy XI. Thank you, Frank. Woo, yes.
Thanks everyone, really nice to see some familiar faces and new faces. Welcome to PitchX. My name is Frank. I'm a general manager at Academy XI. We provide short, skill-specific, and practical courses in the areas of design, innovation, entrepreneurship, and technology. We're really, really happy to be supporting the startup scene in Melbourne. We are a startup ourselves. So I guess if you're ever in need or if you want to take your skills up further, that's what we believe in. We believe in providing you with tools, theory, but more than anything, a mindset shift on how to create problem solving. So please enjoy the night. We're really, really happy to support you guys, and I'm really excited to see the pitches. Thank you.
Thanks, Frank. Doesn't happen without these guys, I tell you. They do some awesome work behind the scenes. It's amazing. The other person who's going to come up to stage is going to be my admiral and captain from Silicon Beach, Othula.
Thanks, Linda. Give a big round of applause to Linda. Okay, my name is Athula. I'm the lead organizer of Melbourne Silicon Beach. A lot of you are from Melbourne Silicon Beach, but some of you registered direct on Academy XI website, so you may not know about us. We have about 11,200 members on our meetup group. Melbourne Silicon Beach is fast becoming Australia's largest single startup community. So if you're not on it, why not? Join and help us become the largest. And we are about empowering founders, because we know despite all the hype, it is not easy running your own business, and it's extremely difficult running a startup. You can't do it by yourself, however much you think you can. So that's why we are partnering with co-working spaces like YBF. You'll see open co-working days happening here and other co-working spaces, so that we can connect you with investors and other founders and mentors who can help you on your journey. We'll be doing a lot of things, new things in the coming months. Keep an eye and join us, and we will help you. It's our pledge, our mission to help you succeed. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And of course, one of the major sponsors and people that we want to thank and bring up to stage to say a few words is Jason from YBE. Come to the stage, please, Jason. Yes!
Hi everyone, my name's Jason. I'm part of the
It's
team here at
YBF.
YBF Ventures.
YBF.
This beautiful building you're in right now is part of the YBF Innovation Hub. And if it's your first time here, welcome. If it's not your first time here, welcome back. YBF, really quickly, is an innovation hub. We operate innovation hubs in fintech, Web 3.0, around distributed technology and applications, and also law tech. We provide everything a startup needs to help grow, scale, and succeed. Everything from world-class facilities to 400 events a year, support from the YBF team, and connections to our corporate partners. We actually just launched our law tech hub with Landry & Rogers. It's up on level 2 upstairs, and we're taking cohorts at the moment. So if you're running a startup in law, check it out, ybfventures.com/lawtech. And if you're a company that's looking for a place to call home, to help scale, grow, and accelerate your chances of success, we'd love to speak to you and have you here at YBF. So, PitchX is a great event. We had one in December last year, and it was really fantastic. It was action-packed, lots of ups and downs, comedy, drama, happiness, sadness, excitement, all that in between. So I'm sure you're in for another really fantastic night. Good to have you all here. Thank you.
So much, thank you. Thank you. Please forgive me if I don't pronounce things right. If I have my reading glasses on, I'll fall down the stairs, so I'm slightly blind. Never mind. So, the pitch intro, I'm going to just let you know how that works. So for the people that are pitching, I hope you're closer to the front because you will be coming up in the order that I have on the running sheet. So just an introduction about how the pitches work. And if you're not familiar, here it comes. The first round is 90 seconds. So it's a 90-second pitch. You all get that. You are timed, and we have a beautiful bell timer down here, which is Leanne. And this will happen at the 60-second mark. So you will hear the bell at 60 seconds, and then obviously continue and finish off. At the 90 seconds, the bell will be a little bit louder and longer for you to actually wrap that up. And otherwise, I've got a hook, and I can possibly drag you off. No, I don't have a hook. It's okay. So everyone will have that 90 seconds to do their pitching. And then after that, there will also be 90 seconds of Q&A. And for the judges, you will also be timed. So we want to try and keep this a tight ship so that you're not on your feet too long and you have a really good time. So Is everyone clear about that? At the second round, I'll explain that when we get there, so I don't confuse anybody. So we are going to kick this off now with our very first speaker. So the other thing, when you're here on the stage with the microphone, if you could please stand like in the middle. Anytime you get too close and start wandering around to the speakers, it'll do some feedback, and that will be not pleasant on our ears. So stay close to the middle if you can, and what we want to do now is bring to the stage, and we want all the encouragement and all the welcoming and all the clapping so that they can feel really welcome, because some of them may be first timers. We bring to the stage for the very first time this evening, Gerard from Backyarda. Yay!
Thank you. When was the first time that you did something, when was the last time that you did something for the first time in your life? Remember how that felt? For me, that's right now, and it's empowering. New experiences grow us the fastest, so why don't we experience more? Overchoice. Simply, when given too many choices, we humans are fantastic at overanalyzing our way to indecision. And through indecision, we miss opportunity. My name's Jared McFarlane, and my purpose is to empower you to decide to do something spontaneous today. It's 2019. My expectation is that the right experience at the right time of tremendous value should come to me without having to look for it. We've got better things to do, but the best way to complain is to create. So let me introduce to you my company, Backyarda, the Spontaneous Experience Curator. We partner with local merchants by taking their unsold experiences for that day and offer them directly to you through Facebook Messenger. Then, once received, our Messenger subscribers race to the website where the first to decide, yes, I'm going to do this today, wins the best prize of all, a new adventure. I've built an MVP which I'll be launching next month to test and validate the platform, which will be scaling across Melbourne this year. Today I stand here as the sole employee, founder and CEO of Backyarda, and I'm pitching for a co-founder and technical developer who can bring some genius to the table as well as seed capital funding. So, come and join the Backyarda experience with me. Thank you.
Jason. So that's
Jared.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gerard. See, that's not glasses. That's the thing. So that was well timed. Well done, you. Very good. So now we're going to go and have some 90 seconds worth of questions. So judges, far away. You've got a mic down there. Please use it.
Hi. Hey, Jared. Thank you.
Hello.
Can you talk through your business model?
Yes, of course. I was hoping to plant some seeds into the 5 minutes so you get me through to there, but essentially we take a 30% commission off of every sale of the platform and then pay the experienced supplier afterwards. So every purchase is done through backyarda.com.au.
So I'm interested to know MVP, day one. What does that look like? Not in terms of how the actual platform looks like. Who's on there?
Yeah, so we are targeting the 18 to 35-year-olds, high disposable income, fewer financial commitments, and a lust for experiences like never before. But that's only our low-hanging fruit. We know that the scale of this can go all the way up because we all want brand new experiences. We're never going to lose that sense of adventure in our lives, and Backyarda is for everyone.
Great pitch, perfect timing. Obviously, you've nailed that right on the bell at the end there.
Thanks, mate.
So your demographics 18 to 35.
Correct.
18-year-olds aren't really sitting on Facebook as much. So what's your plan to maybe move on to other social platforms to try and challenge
Well, you have to understand that we work through Facebook Messenger, and there's 13 million Australians on Facebook Messenger, and it's the most used messenger platform nationwide. We won't be building an app, at least for the foreseeable future, because that's another barrier to entry that we don't need. We're about making people do things in the easiest way possible, and by having an app on your phone, that currently isn't for our model. And Facebook Messenger has the most responsive time. We deal with spontaneous experiences, and that's what we need people to react to right now.
Excellent.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Jared. That's Jared. Okay, got it right. Excellent. As you can see, we want this for you in the audience as well as the pitchers to feel that, no one's perfect. No one's going to, obviously we've got judges here, of course, but the judging is not about all the perfection that you may think you feel you need right here this moment. So let's get started with the next speaker. picture, it's going to be Jim from Virtual Amputee Experience. Welcome to the stage, Jim.
Thank you. Hello everyone, so my pitch is for Virtual Amputee Experience. I'm Jim Lavranos, I'm a clinical advisor to the project. I have a number of PhD students that are also involved as technical and research consultants. So the problem we're trying to resolve is one of substandard and suboptimal tools in terms of providing amputees with prosthetic user training and clinicians with empathy training. What we're proposing is a virtual amputee experience, which is a VR platform that allows the user to experience life as an amputee, essentially to manipulate the virtual world, which is day-to-day life and tasks, through a myoelectrically controlled prosthesis, in order to gain as much of that experience as possible. At the moment, we're using the tool as a research tool only. It's definitely not at the commercialization stage, but it is functional. There is plenty of interest from around the traps, including the prosthetics industry and the healthcare industry. People have asked to be involved in the research, to have the tool installed into their department, so then they can also acquire data to help us along in our research. So my pitch today is for funding and also expertise in order to help us, I think, further refine the hardware and the software of the system. And on top of that, maybe some project management support to kind of nail our trajectory towards product commercialization. Thank you.
It's going to be me asking the first question.
Yep.
We always talk about revenue model in
Yep.
pitch comps. So how does revenue model work with your solution? It's a great solution, by the way.
Yep, the revenue modelling is something that requires work. That's an area we're in touch at the moment. It's purely passion development project, and that's where we're at.
So what's the market? How big is the market?
So the market is prosthetic schools, healthcare, universities, hospitals, training facilities. It's a market that is Australia-wide and global.
When you're working in this industry, obviously you're dealing with a lot of sensitive information. What steps have you taken or are you looking to take to protect personal data that you'll collect through this process?
Okay, so the personal data that will be collected will be purely for the research project. What I'm pitching for today is a consumer tool that involves no collection of personal data. Essentially, it just involves the experience for training both clinicians and amputees.
So, interested to hear why you've gone down the path of wanting to produce and distribute yourself. So often, in product, you might think about the invention and then getting a distribution partner, for example. So just keen to hear your thoughts.
So this has been a spin-off from a research project. So essentially, we designed the tool for other reasons, and then one of us got a light bulb idea that, wait a second, this could be a good consumer product. So it was never kind of planned to be that way. It's something that's just manifested itself. So we're rolling with it.
Thanks very
Great, thank you.
Give it up for Jim. Excellent, excellent. Well done, thank you, Jim. So our third picture for this evening is going to be Yannicka from Beta Bop. Here we go, Yannicka. Welcome him up.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Janaka and I'm a co-founder of BetaBot. Can I see a show of hands of anybody who had worked or is working in a remote team? Anybody who knows somebody working in a remote team? Anybody who has colleagues who work in other time zones in other offices? So we've been working as a remote team, as a part of a remote team for a bit more than 5 years now. And one of the problems that we always wanted to do, something that we wanted to achieve was to streamline the processes. So we spend less time worrying and more time working. Essentially spend less time planning how you run your stand-ups, how you connect with your teammates. Spend less time understanding who's available at what time and which time zones what. And essentially trying not to micromanage your teammates and get more information. So BetaBot was started as an in-house product so that it will help us manage all these problems. And today I'm humbled to present BetaBot in front of you. BetaBot helps manage availability and run stand-ups. It currently works on Slack, and you can also connect to your Google Calendar. There's a lot more in the pipeline, and today I'm here to speak with anybody who's interested in using the product, interested in spending on our investment, on growing the product, or joining our team. Thank you.
So I get the problem, but I couldn't join the dots with what you're actually doing. So can you tell me how it helps me if I've got a remote team? You and I are working in 2 countries. What do we do?
Yes, so it's basically it's an office operations / HR bot that will run your stand-ups and also update availability. So you know where exactly each of your teammates are in, whether they are on work today, whether they're working from home, or whether they're just taking a personal day.
Okay. So what's the difference between that and like a presence-based system like Office 365 or Link or Slack?
So Office 365, usually people who install Office 365 use Outlook to see the calendar, and Outlook calendar has some limitations. You can't add 25 time zones or, example, 6 time zones in the same calendar. So you can't see all of that. Google has the same limitation, it has only 2 time zones.
What's your integration with Slack?
So it works on Slack. The bot works on Slack, so I can just say I'm not coming in today, and everybody would know because everybody is on that central dashboard or is using the same Slack channels on Slack workspace. So I don't need to call that other person who's at work today to find out that the other person is not at work.
Hi. Okay, I'm very into marketing and branding, and I've got a very important question about your brand, because if you Google BetaBot, which I did beforehand, it is a very famous computer virus.
So it was not a pun, it was not intended. We call BetaBot, and that's why it's BetaBot.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, Yannicka. Thank you. Alrighty, before we get into talking about some of the prizes, we have one more picture, and that's going to be Lily from the Neighbourhood Effect. Come to the stage, Lily, welcome her up. Yay.
Hi, so can you put your hand up if you worry about your environmental impact? Might be the wrong crowd. Oh no, that's pretty good. So there are 5 million Australians like you and me who really want to be more environmentally friendly in their lives, but they struggle to believe their choices matter. It's really hard to find convenient solutions with a clear impact that we can fit into our busy lives. So my name's Lily Dempster. I'm the CEO of the Neighbourhood Effect, and I'm here to make your transition to green living easy. We build digital products that make it easy and financially rewarding for Australians to reduce their carbon footprints, adopt green habits, and support local eco-friendly businesses and community initiatives. Our Green Lifestyle app works by recommending products and activities that suit you based on your location, lifestyle, household, and preferences. And we show you what's most impactful to you. We use gamification and behavioural science to help you turn your green actions into habits. We know there's strong demand for our product. To date, we've brought $100,000 in revenue in from crowdfunding and paid pilots. Our revenue comes from white labelling our software and sponsorship advertising. We launched our product now with 1,500 users in the ACT off a $400 marketing budget. And we've got a national pilot coming up with Sydney City Council. So my ask to you tonight is, I've just moved to Melbourne, I'm looking to make friends, and I'm also looking to expand my networks in the area of sustainability, tech, and user experience design. Come and have a chat. Thank you.
Great pitch. I'm keen to hear, give me an example of the product in action.
Sure.
Might be case study or
So our current web app, for example, that we did for the ACT government, you log on, you answer a couple of questions, you get a set of tailored suggestions across the areas of waste, energy, transport, food, and consumer switching. So you might see something like, oh, you're renting, okay, well, you can draft-proof your house, that'll take you 2 hours, it costs $40 up front, it'll save you $350 on average over the year, and it's the equivalent carbon emissions of sort of this many trees. So that's sort of an example. We're trying to give people the information up front that they need, and using behavioural prompts where we can to make it easier.
mic's passed to me. So talk to me about the take up then. So what happens if I'm a new user and I've got access to the service? Do I pay for that myself, or is that paid for by the
No,
council?
not currently. So it's a free service, and the way we're planning on making money is through white labelling with local councils. So that's what we're doing with Sydney City, and we did it through grant funding with the ACT government. Basically groups that want to reduce the energy and waste costs for their residents. That's one market. And then looking at sponsorship for green products and services. So some examples are like ethical superannuation, ethical banking, green electricity retailers, some energy storage systems. That sort of thing.
So you're beyond just waste, you're into all sorts of
Yeah, so
ethical
it runs the
products.
gamut of sustainable behaviours. So it's really waste, energy, transport, food and consumer goods. It's sort of like an aggregator for sustainable behaviours and products.
I don't know if anyone else has got another question, but how do you set the I'm at the end of it anyway. I'll ask you another time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lily. Wow, we've got some great ideas and pictures and stuff for all of us to be thinking about. Okay, well, this evening does have prizes. And first prize is a whole bunch of good stuff. There's going to be $1,000 worth of legal advice from Luna, across legal and accounting. 1 hour of legal advice, there you go. One workshop to help structure your startup, manage finances, financial modelling, legal for investment and investment strategies. That's a bundle in there. Well done, awesome. From YBF, and I'm sorry I said YBE before. It was in little print. It's in big print now. This page is big print. From that YBF Ventures, you're going to get a fixed desk for 2 team members for 3 consecutive months, and that's valued at $2,100. Yay for that. Whoa, yes indeed. Whoa, this is good stuff. I hope you've got your good pitch pants on, because this is a great first prize. Okay, one of the other things in the first prize is going to be from LaunchLink, and we're going to be hearing from Laura in a minute, and that's 1 hour of PR workshop. Oh yeah, excellent. And from Academy XI, $500 credit from any boot camp or workshop. How about that for first prize stuff? Yes indeed, yes indeed. So now we're going to have a few words from Laura Blue, who's from LaunchLink. Oh, of course you can, absolutely. So, yeah, you can just stay there. No, she's got a mic.
Hi, everybody. Can you hear me all right? Yeah. Okay, so I'm the co-founder of LaunchLink. My business partner and I, Felicia, kind of have a strong agency background in tech startup land. Between us, we have like 15 years experience working with kind of some top agencies in Australia. So kind of a year ago, we kind of took our own advice and decided to just kind of spin off and team up and do our own thing. Felicia, most of the time, is based in San Francisco. I'm based between Melbourne and Sydney. And that's it. We just work with startups across all different industries, helping them craft their narrative, what messages are going to kind of hit home for who they're talking to. So we kind of just work with them on that, get them a shitload of media to help the cause. So that's me. The reason we decided to do San Francisco, because we work with a lot of teams that kind of want to establish their presence here, as well as then launch into the San Francisco market. So we're kind of tapping into that gap in the market. Any questions related to PR media, just hit me up and have the chat, I guess. Thanks.
Thank you, Laura. Thank you. It was a bit tricky for you to get out from under that, from over there anyway, so thank you. Thank you so much, and also for being a part of all the prizes as well. So, wrapping along now for some more pictures. So, the next picture is going to be Candice from the Good Bite. Come to the stage, Candice. Yes.
Did you know that 1 in 6 Australian women had experienced family violence since the age of 15? And 1/3 of those victims remain unemployed, and many lose their jobs as a direct result of family violence. This lack of financial independence causes them to keep going back to their abusive relationships. We want to break this cycle by providing them financial independence, confidence, and safety. Introducing the Good Bite, We are a social enterprise that provides healthy food catering service to corporates, while thus creating job opportunities for victims of domestic violence via culinary training, enabling them to earn money, to establish long-term self-confidence and therefore financial independency. We are a team of 4 social entrepreneurs with diversified experiences and skills in culinary training, psychology, finance, and marketing. And we're here tonight because we need your help. We need your help to structure our business to ensure it is sustainable and viable. We also need legal advice and help in promoting the Good Bite. And please contact us if you'd be interested in using our food catering service to make a better future for the victims of domestic violence. Thank you. Now I'd like to invite my team for Q&A time. Thank you.
So, team, great to see everyone. I'm keen to hear how you guys all came together, how the team formed.
It's you.
So I've worked at a few social ventures before, and then for a program where we're going to create employment for youth, especially women, I was looking for a team, and I've got a team together, and then we've come across a point where we really want to help women that have been through violence because they usually don't have skills to go back into the workspace sometimes, and it's a common problem, so we thought we'd tackle that.
I think this is a really great cause, so I'm rooting for you guys. But tell me a little bit about what you've done so far and who you've partnered with and how you're going to sort of continue to have opportunities for the services that you'll provide.
So right now we're at the position where we're kind of building the structure, but while we're doing that, we're also thinking of funding. So for funding, we don't have the women who we want to train yet. So we're currently just branding ourselves as a catering service, and we have an event coming up on the 5th of April by Oak Tree, so we're going to be catering for that to get that capital in. And just yesterday, we had a meeting with InTouch, the Multicultural Center Against Family Violence, and they're really excited about our idea, and there's possible partnerships there with them.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you, the Good Bite. Thank you. Okay, our next picture is going to be Chloe from the Young Adult Grief Space. Please welcome to the stage, Chloe.
Good evening. I'm here tonight with my sister, Danielle, who is co-founder of the Young Adult Grief Space. The Young Adult Grief Space is Australia's only organisation that serves grieving young adults. Sorry. The reason this came about, we noticed a gap in the system because just short of 2 years ago, Danielle and I suffered the loss of our father at ages 20 and 23. So tonight, we're going to be focusing on building the world's first digital platform that will work to... Oh, I'm so sorry. The world's first digital platform that will serve... Oh gosh, I'm so sorry.
No, please don't be sorry. Please don't be sorry. I'll come and stand with you.
Oh no, it's fine. The world's first... Working towards the world's first digital platform to connect, support and recognise bereaved young adults. The current traction that we're very new, and our current traction we've received is we've reached 2,500 people on social media in the past week. We've been reached out to from the ABC, ex-colleagues at Headspace to try and connect and to really get the word out there. We've received countless amounts of thanks and support that finally this gap is going to be filled. Tonight, we're pitching for essentially, firstly, we need someone to partner in digital tech who knows what they're doing in that space to receive mentorship. We are looking for a co-working space to house us, and also just anyway, thank you.
Thanks, Chloe. Can you tell me a little more about what is offered through the digital platform? Like, how do you go?
Yeah, so the plan is through our digital platform, we want to be really like a one-stop shop for everything related to young adult grief. So it's just like having personal stories to listen into, how-tos for those really common young adult issues that come up and you can be challenged by when your parent, sibling, child dies. As well as the thing I was going to mention in my pitch was that we've received applications to be part of the advisory committees that we're forming to advise this digital content, and just based on that, we'll go further.
Great pitch. Pitching's hard, hey? So
First time.
I identify with. I lost my dad when I was 14,
Yeah.
so I know exactly where you're coming from. My question's around how are you going to sort of surround this with professional help as well? So the kids are going to go there, they're using that as a space to talk about stuff and maybe share experiences. Have you got professionals behind that as well?
So we were looking at more of a peer-based experience for young adults, so 18 to 35. There's a lack of that in the sphere, and I guess it would come with at the moment, it would come with more of a warning, to have your own psychological assistance if you need, but it's more of a peer to connect and support these young adults through peer interaction.
Cool.
Thank you.
So good. Was that your first time? Was that your very first time, Chloe? I guess that might have been one of the first times you've got up in public to speak. Yeah, your first go. Oh, well done, you. Yes. Gosh, if it's early days, it's really hard. I coach what you might be going through, so I know those feelings, and your body goes crazy, doesn't it? It does all sorts of things to you that you're not quite aware of or want to happen, heart rate and all that stuff. Alrighty, so moving on for the next speaker, and that's going to be Dan from Pearly. Hey, Dan. Oh, and friend. Dan and partner.
Who here hates going to the dentist? And who here hasn't been to the dentist within the last 6 months? Hi, my name's Dan. I'm the CTO of Pearly.
And I'm Lucy, the COO.
So the average dental checkup in Australia costs $231. So for a family of 4, if you go to 2 checkups a year, that's almost $2,000, and that's before anyone even gets a filling. The total spend on dentistry in Australia is around $10 billion, and $3 billion of that could be saved through earlier detection of problems and better personal habits. And those patterns are typical across the developed world. At Pearly, we want to bring dental checkups to you in your own home, conveniently and at a very low price. So, using our smartphone app, you take 5 photographs of your teeth, and our powerful machine learning algorithm can detect common problems such as early signs of cavities, gum disease, plaque, and one day perhaps even oral cancer. As well as that, we can suggest actions that you might like to take, for example, if you're brushing too hard in one particular area or you need to floss in another. We'll be launching the app using a freemium subscription model, and then we aim to partner with the major payers in the healthcare space, including governments and private health insurers. Our team includes lecturers in machine learning and public health from the University of Melbourne, a couple of dentists, and between us we have over 10 years of experience in the startup space. So at Pearly, our mission is to get you dental care at the right time, in the right place, and at the lowest possible cost. We'd love to tell you more, and we'd love your help to make this vision a reality.
Well done. You talked that you're going to launch with a freemium product. Can you talk through what that includes?
Yeah, absolutely. So, and we can give you more detail on this in the 5-minute pitch. But the freemium model would, in the basic model, you would be able to take photographs and receive diagnostics. So you can essentially have a map of your mouth that shows you you've got a carie here, you've got the beginning of plaque here, brush better, see a dentist for this, etc., etc. But the premium model would allow you to have access to a range of other features which complete the kind of at-home oral health cycle. So you can track month-to-month changes in your oral health and pick things up early and link your photographs over time. You can manage multiple users from the same app. So say if you're looking after a family of 4, you're able to check what's happening with all of your children's teeth in one place. You have gamified, personalised coaching based on where you're not brushing and flossing correctly, and you can also track things like the progress of orthodontic and teeth whitening procedures as well. And anything else you can think of. We'd love ideas.
So you mentioned there's this technology and software sort of different aspect, a couple of different aspects. Sounds like the technology might exist within the university. Is that correct? How does that work?
No, the technology we're developing from scratch ourselves. Our CIO is a lecturer from the university, from Monash University. But yeah, we're building everything from scratch ourselves. We're not licensing from an existing university project or anything like that.
Thank you. Dan and partner, well done. Thank you. We all need those pearlies to be white, right? Pearly white. Excellent. Well, we won't get any further if we don't talk a bit more about some prizes. So there is a second prize now after the 5 minutes that we might be allocated to pearlies. Who knows? You put it out there. You totally put it out there. But anyway, second prize is going to be $300 worth of service from Luna across legal and accounting, 1 hour of legal advice, 1 workshop to help structure your startup and manage finances, financial modelling, legal and investment strategies. Oh, you're going to be busy.
Seems like a lot.
Oh, yeah. I'll be calling you up in just a minute. And then, of course, there's more in the second prize, and it's YBF Venture is going to offer you a fixed desk for 2 team members for a month, and that's valued at $1,400. Nice. And also you will have a prize from Academy XI, which is $300 worth of credit for any boot camp or workshop. Nice prizes. Okay, so first is awesome, second is really cool. Okay, and speaking of really cool, our judge here, Rowan Hine from Luna, is the co-founder and the CEO, and is going to say a few words about what he knows best.
Thank you. So, quick show of hands, who here is an early stage founder? Come on, I feel like there's more there. Anyway, we're all interested in probably starting up a business here. For those of you who are thinking about starting up a business in the early stage, you've probably encountered this problem on, oh my God, I know the problem, I'm creating a solution, but there is so much support and so many things I need to know. How do I go and become the head of legal, head of accounting, head of HR? How do I raise money? What's the strategy for raising money? There is so much you need to know. And I guess that's where we came about, Luna. So we exist for a simple mission to help entrepreneurs in Australia launch and grow epic startups by connecting them with services they need along the way. So we know that legal's really hard. We know that accounting's really hard. We know that investment's really hard. So we have a service, legal, accounting, investment, strategy, and financing for startups. It's quite simple. I'm the founder and CEO, started a few years ago. We're a team of people who have all sort of left, whether it's in the accounting, big four, law firms, big law firms, focused on kind of acknowledging Australia needs to do something to innovate. We can't just dig shit out of the ground and, sell it to Asia. And how can we support startups to be the next big thing in the Australian economy? So there's a bunch of prizes here that we're contributing tonight, but I mean it when I say it. Anyone here who is starting a business, a startup, a social enterprise, you just want to know, what do I do? Get in contact with us. I'm sure our details will be passed around, but we're just happy to chat and meet founders. So good luck to everyone else pitching. They've been great so far.
Thank you, thank you so much. Yes, talk to this guy. He knows a whole bunch of stuff. Well, all the judges know a whole bunch of stuff about everything that they're good at. Isn't that great? Okay, so we've got 3 more pitches, so hang in there. I know this room's getting pretty warm. There's a lot of bodies in here and we're creating a lot of heat. It's good, huh? It's good? It's good. Stay hydrated. Where's that right, Ringo? Are you hydrating the team down there, Ringo? Ringo from Everest? Have you left the room? Oh yeah, he's staying hydrated himself, that's obvious. Well done, Ringo. Alrighty, so with 3 more to go. Okay, we have David from Inside Outcomes. Come to the stage, David, welcome him up. Woo!
Good evening, everybody. My name is David Fawcett from Inside Outcomes. Our application, our platform, is designed to help psychologists communicate better with their clients outside of session. My wife is a psychologist, and she and I were driving home from Sydney and we were talking about her work with the youth affected by the 2009 bushfires. As you probably know, about 148 people died. There was a lot of property damage and a lot of trauma in that community, and there still is today. So I was talking to her in our long drive home about what needs to change and how we can better communicate to the youth that she was dealing with. We're talking about kids, young as 4 and 12 a lot of the time. And it was really tough. What she said was it's very common for youth to come into session, sort of lay back and go, I'm broken, fix me. As if that's sort of how they understood therapy to work, or psychology services in general to work. The problem is that the work is done outside a session. You talk about what's going on, you give them strategies to cope, and then the coping happens outside a session. But unfortunately, it's very difficult to record these sort of outcomes. What we've done is create an application that allows people to record their outcomes and chart them automatically on our website. It takes time away from psychologists to have to do this manually. It's much more secure and it's much safer. It means that people don't come to sessions with little bits of paper and here you go, here's what I've done. So thank you very much.
Just wanted to ask, what you're talking about to me, and forgive me if I'm simplifying, sounds like a note-taking system. So is this integrated with your therapist, psychologist? How does that work to provide me something that I'm not getting from, say, Apple Notes?
Absolutely, yes. It is entirely customisable by the psychologist. So the questionnaires are customised for the patient's needs. So let's see, for example, say that you're having a client who is drinking tons of coffee during the day and they're suffering from anxiety attacks, and you want to see, well, how much coffee are you really drinking? Well, you create a questionnaire that says push this button, +1 coffee, and it says when it's recorded and then automatically charts it. So it does, I understand where you're coming from. So yeah, you could do this manually, and that's how it's done at the moment with pieces of paper or, doing it down in notes, but this is much more effective. It means that you don't have to then take all those manual notes and then chart them yourself. On average, a clinician has about an hour's worth of paperwork for every 50-minute session, so they can't have any, can't put any more onus on them. Yeah.
So what do the clinicians need to do then? What skills do they need to have in order to put those questions into your system? How does that work?
Well, no skills other than what they already have. So if, for example, a clinician has a CBT sort of background, then they're going to have a very sort of specific set of questions that they're likely to ask. If it's ACT or psychotherapy, then it's going to be a bit more generalised. Psychotherapists were talking to us about this and saying, I'd love to have a client write down their dream journal in a way that's secure and in a way that they don't forget. So yeah, that wasn't the type of moment we were expecting here, to be honest.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you, David. All right, couple more to go. Keep your energy in the room. I know it's hot, but hey, that's fun. Okay, so we now have Dennis, and he's from Abadoc. Hey, come up, Dennis.
Okay, so my name is Dennis. I'm the founder and sole developer of Abadoc. I'm a veterinarian. I've got a PhD in canine anxiety and I lecture vet students in behaviour. So I'm sure a lot of you out there would know or have met or seen a dog that's got some serious problems, behaviour problems like aggression, barking, separation anxiety, noise phobias. These animals are really suffering and everyone wants to try and help them, but finding really good quality behavioural advice that is inexpensive for dogs is very difficult. There's a problem with quality as well. So essentially Aberdog is an online platform where an owner can log on, fill out a history questionnaire, an extensive one about the dog's behaviour. Then that can go off to the trainer or the veterinarian who can then have a quick look at the data, have their normal consultation, but then at the click of a button select what they'd like to input into a report. So you'll get a good quality report with good quality advice that cannot recommend poor quality outcomes. So I use it myself at the moment. As I mentioned before, it could also, in addition to that, be used by, for instance, students that want to learn behaviour, that want to see some best practice advice for behavioural issues that a particular dog has got, that they know. So essentially, I'd love people to visit the website, aberdog.com. If you know anyone that would need of this, they're free to log on. They can get the automated report copy, or a trainer that they see are welcome to use it. It's free with the code PitchX. So if you put one word PitchX, then thank you very much. That's it.
Your business model, and also the other question, I feel like I'm a cat owner, and she has severe anxiety about leaves, so can you like broaden your market by
Absolutely. It's best to start small though and pick one manageable project to try and get that to fruition. In terms of the model, at the moment it is a per use model, so per history with report output model, but that could be changed to subscription in the future. It's still in the prototyping phase, it is up and running, but it is being iterated as we speak, based on feedback. Yep.
So I too have an animal issue, rescue dog, severe separation anxiety from us now as well. We're spending a fortune on trying to work out how to help him. So one thing, getting the report, how do you see a role for yourselves in actually, helping to train thereafter? Are you involved, or how do you or what happens after the report?
That is one possible business model, but that is making an extra step in the business that we don't want to add that level of complexity yet to it. I'd rather start small and lean and iterate to find the product that's already out there, just iterate to get it working better, although it's working well. And I will be doing that kind of thing and exploring those opportunities in the future, absolutely. But we're just not at that stage. Yes.
Are you working with any vets at the moment?
I'm a vet, and yes, I'm working with a few vet vets, yes, at the moment.
And so many of us, around the world, one of their best friends is going to be with four legs, or more maybe, or flippers, who knows? But yeah, certainly the four-legged creatures have a big pull for need. Thank you. Our last picture, so if you could stay focused a little bit longer, we're nearly there, we're on the home stretch. So I would love now to welcome up Pamela from the Social Agenda. Welcome up, Pamela. Hey.
Hi, I'm Pamela Philpott. I'm the Chief Cook and Bottle Washer at Three Horses Running. And the Social Agenda is all about managing the economic well-being of Australia. At the moment, uncertainty in policy is affecting the economic development. The Social Agenda is a platform, that provides robust and interactive dialogue between the electorate and elected government members. The Social Agenda is currently in concept model, and there are three pillars. That's policy, leadership and governance. Under policy, it takes evidence-based data and bubbles it up into a statement of meaning. The leadership is a virtual reality forum for debate, and governance is a performance dashboard for elected members of government. And what I'm looking for are collaborators, co-founding collaborators to help me put it together with the technical capabilities of AI, VR, big data, all of that sort of thing. And the outcome will be political certainty. The ROI, as I see it, is that anybody who's associated with this will get enormous PR value, because what it will generate is a stable economy based on policy certainty. That's it. Thank you.
So I think there's no doubt that we need to have some sensible forums available for debate in this country. My question is, how are you going to make sure that it stays a sensible debate? How do we, a lot of social media tools, of course, we get people putting all sorts of, rubbish. Yeah, let's call it rubbish. Out there. How do you plan to filter?
The way I see it, we will be using think tanks, labs, universities, PhD people to work with us. And what it will do is, with the bubble up, it will be a statement of meaning. So what does all this mean? And when people who are elected to government comment on it, and there's a lot of noise from social media, that will just be a heat map around the issue. So you will be able to see that there's something invisible happening without affecting the core evidence-based data that's available. And I've been to maybe 200 or 300 meetings in the last 12 months with all of these different universities and labs. And these people really know what they're doing. They've got a lot of deep knowledge on specific issues. And to bubble that up into something like, this will mean you'll be paying an extra 25 cents per litre in petrol. That's what it means. And you can dig right back down through the evidence to the individual papers and policies that contribute to that statement. And it's all linked. So you'll be able to see what the elected members are saying about these policies and dig right down to every single thing they've said.
And that's just the Thank you so much, Pamela. Wow, give it up for all the 10 pitches tonight. Yes! Whoa! Yes, yes, yes. So now you get the chance to maybe move around the space, but before you do that, I'm going to be sending off the judges now. They're going to deliberate on who the finalists are. So we'll get in, and the next round will be 5 minutes. I'll explain that in a minute. And now I'm going to just tell you the third prize stuff, because we went from awesome to way cool to cool, right? So third prize is going to be from Luna. You will get 1 hour of legal advice, 1 workshop to help structure your startup, manage finances, financial modelling, legal for investment and investment strategies. So you get a whole hour of good news stuff, legally wise. And from Academy XI, you will get $100 credit for any camp or workshop. So that covers up on the prizes. We're now going to take a 15-minute break while the judges deliberate. So get your cool shoes on, get a drink, mingle up, be back in 15. Thank you.